Jeff Toothaker has been pulling this dirty trick for years. This despicable dirty trick is to get defendants more jail time than the district attorney is asking for.
A man convicted of killing his wife on Christmas Day 2013 in Ellsworth was back in court this morning.
Christopher Sines says during his murder trial, his lawyers gave him ineffective representation. In a jury-waived trial overseen by Justice Ann Murray, Sines was found guilty in the beating death of his wife, Hillary. He was originally represented by Jeff Toothaker and Robert Van Horn. In court today, Sines said Toothaker was extremely arrogant and cocky and convinced him that he would not be found guilty of murder. Sines said at the advice of his then attorneys, he turned down a plea offer right before the trial began. He was subsequently convicted and sentenced to nearly 50 years in prison.
Mr. Sines was adamant that he did not kill his wife. He was adamant that he was not going to plead guilty to murder, and he rejected an offer by the state of a 30-year sentence. For all of these reasons, the state would argue that the petitioner's claim of ineffective assistance of counsel must fail.
Had his lawyers assessed the case in a balanced way and not have assured him that he was guaranteed exoneration, he would have made some different decisions and engaged in a different analysis in terms of resolution of the case, and we believe it would have resulted in a far less than a 47-year sentence.
The matter is due back in court for further witness testimony next month.
If you think Jeff is just an incompetent lawyer that needs to be immediately disbarred, you are correct. Jeff has pulled this dirty trick on unsuspecting defendants for years.
An Ellsworth man serving a 47-year sentence for beating his wife to death in 2013 was in court in Bangor today. Christopher Sines was convicted in 2015 of the Christmas Day 2013 murder of his wife, Hillary. He claims his legal counsel was ineffective. His father took the stand today, saying his attorney said expert testimony from a witness regarding the autopsy would weigh heavily in Sines' favor. A Hancock County Jail Corrections officer testified today, too, saying Sines was nervous about going to trial but seemed confident after talking with his lawyers. His new lawyer says Sines was advised by his former lawyer against a plea deal.
That Toothaker came in and told him, as a result of those experts and reports, he would be exonerated and that he should turn down the plea offer because at worst he would be convicted of manslaughter and he would get nothing close to that plea offer.
The state declined to comment on today's hearing. The judge will rule on this challenge at a later date.
The reality for the man in the video was that he was convicted the second he got Toothaker and Van Horn as attorneys. Any lawyer that routinely gets his clients more jail time than what the prosecution is asking for is either incompetent or a total psychopath. Another popular trick Jeff Toothaker uses all the time is the backstab just before court. Just before court, Jeff Toothaker will get you to feel at ease and like he has everything under control. If you have something you want him to do during trial, Jeff will tell you, I have everything under control. Let me handle it. At the trial itself, you will soon figure out that Jeff will do absolutely nothing that he said he was going to. The next thing you know, you're convicted and sitting in a jail cell, and Jeff is at home doing his cocaine and eating a lobster dinner. The reality is, if you have Jeff Toothaker for a lawyer, or Robert Van Horn as your court-appointed attorney, you are already convicted. Why Jeff Toothaker does not have multiple bar complaints filed against him is a total mystery. Learn how to file valid bar complaints at DespicableMaine.org.